Hopefully we're on YouTube now.
Uranium fever? Ooh.
YouTube? Ah, there we go. Okay, now we're live to YouTube. Let me... Oh, here is this... Let me share it to our chat here.
Oh, we're live now? So,
Yeah.
no racial profanities?
I would prefer none, but, you know, I've had many. Join... Nope, that's not how you spell join. That's Joanne. Us for some Fallout, baby. No, I'm just don't go Fallout. Alright, oops,
Question. Do we want the potentially copyrighted music
Oh,
playing in the background?
I have Groovy at 0. I almost never use background music, mostly because I don't know
Okay.
what's copyrighted and what's not, and I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah. And
Fair enough.
besides, it's probably best for Sin to have it down, but that doesn't mean we don't
Yeah,
have to.
y'all welcome to have it up if you wish to. There's just no background music like ever in here. Okay, as you guys can tell, there is a slight adjustment to our previous videos. On the left there, you'll see our names as they pop up. Wally's muted.
Let me pop on here and see this.
Yeah.
Haha, that'll
Wally's
fuck
muted,
my
so
internet over, so I'm gonna
Wally's
just...
muted, so his thing doesn't
I'm gonna
kill it.
turn off the thing right now.
Okay. But anyway, so you guys should see our names pop up.
Okay.
Well, not names, so our tokens
Sin.
flash.
Okay, Sin.
Yes.
I'm gonna say this right now. I like that the tokens jump whenever we talk.
I know, it's so cool, right? This is actually VTuber
jumpy,
using things, so it's actually really cool. And on the bottom right, you'll guys see a larger picture of all of our tokens. If you guys
And that's just
want,
a random
yeah.
animation that just scrolls through.
Yeah, it just scrolls through them. It's so you guys can kind of match us to the token and see a little bit of a larger version of it, more or less, whenever you guys want to.
Which is why I need to get a better look for mine.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. So we'll see what happens.
I
but as you guys can see on the left there, you guys have me, Ron, Jap, Zero with us, Yuki, and Ace, or Egg. Those two are new, and Vixen has dropped out of the campaign. So obviously, we can't use good old Wander here. So, oh, okay. Oh, you guys can also see who disappears from the chat as well. On the left, because it'll remove their picture when they disappear and put it back.
Wally disappeared.
Oh, no, Wally's still here.
No, I just saw in the video he just popped down and then came back.
Okay. Anyways, hi Wally, are you there?
Wally, did you fix your mic or break your mic?
Yes.
I think he may have broken.
Sounds like a yes and a yes.
Par for the course.
Wally, just squam.
Alright, once you're able to talk, just interrupt me. Oh, there you are. Are you? Hello? I can see your thing lighting up, but I can't hear you. Is anyone hearing him?
No.
Nope.
No.
Right.
I have him at 200.
Look, Ma, I'm on TV. Yeah, I have him 200 too. Hold on, turn him down slightly in case he blows out my eardrums. Okay, but anyways, so, yeah, last episode, Vixen ran in headfirst, blindly, like an idiot, into a middle battlefield with potentially many dangers. Because, you know, why not?
That could be the reason why she's fucking dead now.
Well, she's not dead. She just, you know, steps near a landmine, explodes, slams her head onto a car.
Sin, I don't care what you say. She's fucking dead.
Well, you know, she only stepped near a landmine, slammed her skull onto a car, bashed her head wide open. Not actually wide open, but just bleeding heavily. You saw this, Zero, and, well...
Wandy decided to take her to
You went fucking crazy and scooped her up and like, fuck all of you. Jet Taxi may be a doctor, but fuck all of you. You're going to the last doctor you saw inside of your car who actually had medical supplies on them with surgery potentially. So you get into your car and fuck off.
Thank God we have what's her face over here, the robotic maid, who actually has a really good design by your sister. I'm not gonna lie, I like it.
I know, it's really nice. Right?
I have failed to change his clothes.
Nadia, that was it. Yeah.
Hi, Wally.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, there goes Wally is not having the best of times.
Nah, his mic is killing itself. Okay, anyways, so yeah, you fuck off in a car with your girlfriend, who's bleeding out at the moment, and you're attempting to get back to a doctor, hopefully in time. As you guys do this, I'm assuming Sasuke and Ace, you guys see a speeding car running past you.
I don't see shit.
You would hear it.
You
I would hear
a thick ass car going past you at like hyper speed. Oh, hi Wally.
Hi, Wally.
Are you live? I'm gonna say that as a no.
Yeah, sounds like a no. All right. Anyways,
Well,
yeah.
boy,
So
try unplugging it, plugging it back in again.
so car rushes past the both of y'all, ideally from this direction. So I'm gonna put you guys
Also, you
over
might
on
want
the
to
left
check
here.
your settings to make it's actually seeing the mic as the input.
Yeah.
Well, it says that he's talking, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's just how his Discord does anyway.
Yeah. So it probably sees it, but I'll keep going discussion. Anyway, so you guys are in this car now. Well, not in this car, but you guys are speeding past. Hopefully not going to be hit, potentially.
You know, the fact that they found a working car is also amazing.
Well, I mean, they had one earlier. Well, not Wally. Zero had a car earlier.
Oh yeah, I found it with
Yeah.
Yeah, wait.
Thingo and-
When did that happen?
So
okay,
when
I
they
was
went to
just-
go
That's
save
all.
your ass, yeah, when they went to go
that's
save your
right, I
ass.
was only focusing- Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. I was being a bitch and was only focusing on myself. Sorry about that.
Yeah. So they found you at some point, and then they drove back, and the little lady who was in his car, the robot, wanted him to strip naked so she could test him. Legitimately test him.
Why?
She was curious on what life form he was.
And she'll never know now.
Yeah.
No.
Turns out when a robot gets curious about what your race is, it hounds you, and now it's sad. Anyways.
Well, it's gonna have one soon. Whenever
Ooh.
Krampus comes into town.
Yeah.
Does
So
my mic decide to work?
Wally.
Wally!
Hey,
Wally.
there's the Wally. He lives.
We
Hold
can...
on, I may break it again here in a second. Cause
It's a tap
retardation is my
Jaxie.
thing.
All right. Well,
The
over
Tap
here you.
Jaxie.
And then Krampus. Why are you here? Fate of the gods? Luck? Chance? Are you here with the other guy?
Christmas.
Christmas.
Alright, Christmas. So I'm assuming you're here with the other guy. So I'm gonna put you right behind this car.
Wander just smashes into him and he goes flying. Be like, what happened?
Yeah, so you go past here. Krampus is over this car where nobody can see him until he hops over it in front of the Deathclaw.
How fucking big is that car? He's like 10 foot tall.
He was looking for something on the ground.
Hang on.
Hello there, hello there,
Here-
Darian.
No, here it is. Here it is. It was actually a van the whole time, but it was as big as an 18-wheeler.
Jesus Christ. Now, he was just searching the ground for something, you know? The power of
Good
Christmas unites.
We have a commenter right here.
So, he...
Okay, I have put it to push to talk.
Hello.
Hi,
Hi.
we can hear you.
Yeah,
we
this,
hear.
I'm gonna hate this thing forever now because it's just like, hey, guess what? Push to talk if you want stuff to actually function.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay,
Away.
anyways, so, yeah, so you guys are coming around the corner. Ace sees a 10-foot tall, roughly, 15-foot tall Deathclaw staring at a 10-foot tall super mutant.
The standoff of the ages.
One who's
Yeah, I would
holding...
just grab Sasuke and start backing away slowly.
Wait, what's going on?
Sasuke, shut up. We are leaving.
Yeah,
Do not speak.
Hello, new people.
Just rocket powers over to him.
Shit.
It's a robot
Wait
who's
until I
staring
figure
at
out
you.
where
It's
I
a
am.
robot maid staring at you. Hello, newcomers.
Hello, children.
Where are they?
Hello.
They're past the Death Claw and the Super Mutant. Oh, right, he's large. Hold on. There we go.
So that means that he's a token. Oh, I got another big boy with me.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
love
not sure if you
Wally.
saw the chat in the live stream.
Yep, yep.
There's
Oh,
Darius.
yeah,
that's
Darius.
Nani.
That would be you. Perfectly cut screen. Yeah. So, you guys see a madman in a mask charging at you at, like, Sonic fucking speeds. Yeah, Yuki, you remember how, what was his name? The guy without a shirt on, inside Final Fantasy. Godfrey. Remember how
Oh my
Godfrey ran at you?
God.
This is how he's running at you.
Godbert
No.
Manderville.
Oh, then that means that
Oh,
it's slow
God, here I'll post a thing about it in Titans.
Yeah,
He's just
so-
running at
Godbert Manderville.
yeah, he's charging at you like a madman with a mask.
That storyline again.
You can't see the mask, but you can hear his footsteps, and they're scary.
Boom, 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 boom.
You also hear a robotic voice saying hello. How do you guys react?
Also, since
Ace has a visual facial expression of, I am too sober for this shit.
All right,
also,
he
Sin,
should be
why
big
is
too.
Super Mutant right here? What the fuck?
Remember this guy? He's kind of sitting on top of a building at the moment with a machine gun, and he told you guys that you would be coming with him after this to go meet his leader.
I don't actually. So yeah.
Oh, well, he told you this, and he has a machine gun, so it's probably best to listen.
I have muscle. I will kill.
Krampus, the other guy says.
Wait, Ace, put me down.
All right, let's look at Yuki and Jab Taxi. So Jab Taxi runs over to you guys as the metallic voice stares at you. Oh God.
Here we
Knock
go.
knock.
Who's there?
Jeff.
Jeff who?
Jeff Taxi. A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
I put my hand out 3 feet to his left-hand side.
He immediately
shake
grabs your
hand.
hands and starts shaking it violently.
You
Probably shake my
violently
whole body.
shaking up and down,
You're
yes.
shaking Ace at this point.
Hello.
Hello.
The robot reaches into her chest frame, which is disturbing look, and just kind of rumbles before pulling out a very tiny dress and a tuxedo, both the size of Sasuke. Would you like to be changed? It says in a
She
slightly
wants
ecstatic
to-
voice.
She wants to undress the baby.
She has a fixation with changing, okay?
Lady, put the clothes down and step away from the child. This is your last warning.
God.
I don't know who she's talking to, so I just keep shaking hands with Jeff.
It starts
Just
to
send her
walk
thank you.
closer to you too.
Wait, is she talking to me?
Yes.
Yes.
She's talking to you.
Oh,
I'm whispering this in your ear, by the way.
no, thank you. Wherever you are.
Oh. Puts the things back, stares at Ace, reaches and pulls out a full-on tuxedo.
No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm good. I'm fine.
Oh, it just kind of steps back.
No, if you excuse me a second.
You gonna introduce yourself to the? Oh,
Yes.
Where you go? Oh no.
you see a man, and you two can kind of see it too. Although it's very hard to see over all these barricades. But Jap, you what the fuck is that?
That's why I'm pinging you. What the fuck? Why is that?
That's a road.
What?
What?
Why'd you have a road?
Why'd you have a road there? What the
What the fuck? Anyways, so Jeb, as you walk over this corner, you see Jimmy the Heavy, as his name implies, a very heavy set person with what are those called? Knuckle beers? Iron knuckles, brass knuckles, brass knuckles.
Brass
That's it.
knuckles?
Are
Yeah.
you serious, Sin? You don't know what brass knuckles
I
are?
couldn't remember what it
Knuckle
is. Anyways,
busters?
they're knuckleballs. They're giant pieces of metal that he put his hand through, basically, and he is beating the ever-loving shit out of a Crusader. This guy is more blood than he is pink. I mean, he is just being beaten
that means that
into
he
his
is,
soul.
So that means that he's been upgraded from a Cutie Crusader to a Crimson Crusader. Nice.
That's a shit reference. I don't know whether to
I
say
feel
thank you or I hate
bad
you.
for laughing.
So Jap, what would you like to do?
Jap hath an ancient tradition that shall never be broken.
Oh no! Oh no! He gonna go introduce himself to both
I tap on Jimmy the heavy shoulder.
Oh no.
Jimmy turns like most of his head over to you, his knuckles in this dude's like stomach, and he's like, "What?"
Knock knock.
His eyes like kind of move left and right, back at the nearly unconscious body, and back at you. Who's there?
Jap.
Jap who?
Jap Taxi, a pleasant to make your acquaintance. And he pulls out his hand.
The dude is dumbfounded. He like pulls his hand back for just a second, looks at your hand, looks at the near unconscious body, and is like, I'm in the middle of something.
Knock knock. As he looks over to the almost...
to not antagonize the one that antagonized the bruiser. Could you please be coming
I'm
over
not
now?
antagonizing him. I'm saying hello.
You're messing with his motive business, so please don't be coming over now.
Nearly unconscious by like one eye is swollen, like half the face is bruised and bloody. You're fairly certain you can see some of his jawbone outside of his mouth. He looks at you, he's just like
You want me to look at that?
Jimmy the Heavy punches him in the face again, knocking him out cold.
I'll look at him
No.
later. Oh, what's your name?
Oh dear, we're all going to die.
Do you not know me? He tosses the body over into a building, shaking it slightly as he like walks up to you. I am Jimmy the Heavy. I beat people to death.
Hi, Jimmy the Heavy that beat people to death. That's a very long name. You should probably get that shortened.
You can see his eye twitch.
Wait a minute. Wait, Winchester actually, like, you know, he kind of sifts through his bag and he pulls out the quests they have. He finds wanted Jimmy the Heavy.
It is indeed a wanted poster, which has a very badly scribbled version of his face on it.
He holds it up to Winchester holds it up to kind of like, you know, kind of gauge it. It's like, they got the nose a little wrong, but I do say it is him.
It's who?
Winchester just walks out willy-nilly. Now, yeah, he hands the paper over to Jap.
Jap looks over the paper, looks back at Jimmy, looks at the paper, looks... You're looking nothing like your poster.
Jimmy Heavy looks at the giant death claw standing over him as the super mutant over here looks at Krampus and he's just like, Krampus.
Uh-oh.
He's on Santa's naughty list.
Pulls out axe.
How loud is he being about Christmas and Santa?
Well, considering that it's a super mutant talking to him, probably very loud because they don't know anything other than 100%.
Yeah, he's
Krampus,
very loud.
He's on the naughty list. Krampus just pulls out an axe.
Krampus! He's on the naughty list! That's how they speak.
The robot looks over at two of you. He's like, I don't know these two, but those two are friendly.
Which one?
Ace, can we go see Santa?
You're the boss.
He points over to the barricade. The one that
Run.
isn't a Deathclaw and doesn't have a mask on. So the tiny
You
one
see his-
without a mask.
You see as Krampus just barges in there.
Punches his way through the boarding.
look. You barge in there, the Winchester turns around, sees a giant man of muscle. Runs away.
As Ace sees Krampus sprinting towards them,
he crushes a car under his foot as he's running. Like this from the car, he just steps on and it snaps on. It just squishes under his foot.
yeah, Ace is just like, you know what? Nah, you're not the boss anymore. Let's go.
Yeah, the robot gets a little bit
Tell
closer.
Stan on the Christmas list. It's like October. We gotta tell him before Christmas so he can make sure I get my present.
The robot gets a little bit closer. It's just like, are you two companions?
Are you two husband and wife?
No.
It just stares at you, unblinking, unmoving.
Ace, who's talking?
The weird robot lady.
A robot lady?
Yes, my name is... Oh, I have to look at its name again.
Nadia.
Nadia. I have to go to my sister's
Oh,
chat.
oh,
to
wait,
figure out
wait,
who it
wait,
is.
Wait, you mean this one?
I don't know how you can do that, but yes.
Because I was gonna play Nadia for the longest time because you needed an NPC,
Oh, yeah.
to play her.
That's right.
but you never told me when to do it, so I never got to play Nadia.
Okay, so Nadia stands for... I am the Network Artificial Intelligence Defensive Assistant. As she says this, she stares at you, and her legs kind of spread out, like her waist kind of expands a little bit, and a machine gun comes out. I am here for all personal
Of her
experience.
pelvic area?
Yes.
Yeah, she kind of lifts up her dress too to kind of get it out.
No, it just kind of splits.
Oh, I didn't know.
So I just hear a bunch of machinery.
Mhm.
Like, is that a gun I hear?
Something like that. Let's
I
go.
am here for
Let's
all
go.
defensive capabilities, as well as protection of all those who I need to. Anyone serving any potential threat, I will demolish.
Kill the evil
Do I
man.
look threatening as I'm hanging in Ace's arms?
You look like a small child. He looks like your father.
I will fuck you up. I am not a child.
I am not old enough to be a father.
I swear on my dad here.
It looks at the tiny midget and it's like, are you threatening me?
Shitting.
I whisper in her ear, just say no, and let's
I
go.
really want to know what
leave.
happens if I say yes.
We both die. That's what happens.
God
Just
damn it.
say no.
No,
The
I am
chaotic
not
nature of myself will not allow you to say no.
I say not right now.
Oh, okay. Its machine gun like flops down and then shoves itself upwards
Wait, don't say it
as
like
it
that.
bolts itself in.
Don't say it like that. Oh my god.
Ace is just standing here staring at her with a twitch in his eye.
This is the best thing we can hope for. Anyways, so like stares at you. It's like, well, newfound companions, come with us. We are about to follow. She gestures to the machine gun wielding super mutant. This fine fellow to his party, wherever that may be.
So
But,
I gotta
but
go.
Ace, if we're gonna leave, we have to cross the town. Like we need to go cross town. We can't just go back the way we came.
So, Sen, I need to go wash some clothes. I'll be right back. Now, just continue without me.
Okie dokie. Will do. But anyways, so it just kind of stares at you. That ever pleasant, ever widening smile. It's quite disturbing. It also reminds you
Can
of a robot from anime.
Can I
Vaguely.
can I try to tell how far away she is with my stick? Like try to judge like where she's at with my stick.
You're welcome to. You just hold out your stick and
I start waving it around until I find her.
assuming you're helping her, Ace.
This is her mess. I'm not in charge.
She kind of just starts climbing all over you before she eventually taps it with her stick. It doesn't move. Or change its position. Or stop smiling. It's smiling and starting to become very creepy. You're fairly certain it's etched
So
into
it's like
metal.
5 feet away from us, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Cool. Ace, we should like run like 10 feet away and see if it follows us.
You've never had a better idea.
As you move, it
Wait,
just
no.
slowly follows you. Still staring at you. You're going the correct direction. Thank you.
So, time to sprint?
You just had to fucking map out this town of all towns of all days.
Quickest way! This was the quickest way to get to where we're trying to go. It was the quickest route.
Nothing
it's not my
ever
fault.
Nothing good ever happens when we go through towns.
The super mutant, upon hearing your discussion, slowly brings its machine gun to look at you.
Oh, we're
We
fucked.
should probably run.
It's not shooting though, so that's probably a good sign. Probably.
Is it?
You.
Wait.
It kind of shouts at you.
I don't know that there's a giant super mutant holding a machine gun at us. Yeah. We should just run away from the robot, you know? Just try to get away from the robot. Just go forward, it's fine.
Is this in character or out of character?
This is in character.
Okay, I don't think that's the best idea.
Why not? It's not like there's a car in front of you.
Actually, there is.
Fuck.
That's not the problem.
We'll go around the car.
Okay, I point her in the general direction of the super mutant,
Mm-hmm.
and I say, yeah, see, that direction, there's a building. On the roof of that building is a super mutant with a minigun.
So you mean like a giant person with a tiny little gun? A little pew-pew?
No, a very large thing with a giant gun.
Oh.
A very, very large gun. A gun that's probably bigger than you are.
You too, it kind of shouts at you.
Oh, shit. I shout back, yeah?
No, what are you doing? Stop, please. No, I don't want to die today.
Put me down. I'm gonna walk up to him.
I thought you liked to live, and I put her down.
Sin's dying.
I got this. Don't worry, Ace. I got this. I got this, dude.
You have so many things. None of them are good.
She has all of your drugs.
I do have all the drugs.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So as you just start walking towards her in your tiny little 2'10" grit, you know.
Okay, I'm back.
I walk
Oh
with
my
the
God.
purpose that all Lalafels have. I walk with that, like, I'm
Gotcha.
walking because I know where I'm going, but I'm also swinging my stick to make sure I don't trip over anything.
The tiny midget is walking towards the giant super mutants. It looks dumbfounded. I don't think it's ever seen something with this much,
Bravado?
yeah.
Stupidity.
As you just kind of start walking towards it, it just kind of looks at you.
Now, sir, on the roof, would you mind coming down here? It's very difficult to talk to you.
Superior position. I can hit almost anywhere in this entire area.
I don't think you quite understood. I said, get down here to talk to me.
Alright, well, want to speak
Oh,
to
roll
your
intimidation real quick, actually.
I swear. I swear.
Oh, she's doing it again.
I swear, if this little midget intimidates the super mutant, I am walking out and never coming back.
She intimidates
She
the
has-
super mutant.
Goodbye. I'm gone.
She has such a high intimidation.
It looks at you in minor confusion before picking up the machine gun and jumping off the building. It hits the ground with such a resounding thunk that you can feel it under your feet as the ground starts to waver slightly before it looks at you, leaning on its machine gun, pointed directly at both of you.
Only in D&D can something like this happen.
I don't think you understand how intimidating I am.
Okay, look, compared to the fact that Winchester is actually just his character arc is that he's a whiny little bitch because he doesn't like the dangers of the world. I understand if he's able to be easily intimidated, but also he's very easily intimidating because he's a fucking Deathclaw. But still,
It looks at you and it's just like,
ooh,
you
great.
would make good super mutants if not for heights.
She wants to see your manager.
Who's to say I'm not already one?
It raises its eyebrow.
Now, you are going to tell me what the fuck is going on.
He looks over to Jimmy the Heavy. Hey Zero, do me a favor and roll your axe real quick.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Let me find it. Where is it? There it is. 4x. Let's go, buddy. No modifier?
Uh-huh. Alright, you hit it. And you deal almost half of his health. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't understand how you get hit from this amount, from this gobbledygook.
You just see
so if it's
Jimmy
above
flying.
if it's A above 0 and B above his AC, which is 17, he basically it hits it. And then the other one is the damage he deals. And then you count in all of its other stuff, which I'm not going to do right now. He basically, as you're hiding behind a wall or something, you see Krampus run through a wall that was supposed to be able to take care of things, and slam his axe so hard into Jimmy the Heavy's side that Jimmy the Heavy is now impaled on his axe.
Okay, look, it's the reason why he busts through the wall that Winchester is over here. He spooked him.
Yeah, in like 3 seconds, as you were running, you look, and he's lifting Heavy up on his axe.
Hey, you thought this guy was heavy? Nah, this is the heavy.
Death to the naughty.
Sumia just kind of looks over there, looks back at you, looks at Ace, looks over, and he's like, Krampus is slaying for Christmas.
Turns head. What mean?
What mean?
Krampus not yet finished. Murder Krampus for the Holy Spirits.
More naughty people.
Yeah, he's not dead yet. He has not
1
seen.
minute.
He has not seen Santa's nice list. Crush the non-believer.
1 minute. He's gonna take him, lift the car up, and
They go-
smash him under it.
Jesus Christ. I'm assuming, Wally, that you step out of the way as the car comes crushing down.
And he's gonna continue doing it until he's not moving.
Confused.
Was that what?
Yeah, I'm very confused. What's a Christmas?
Squish, squish, squish. He looks back at
Wait.
you, at Sasa, and he's just like,
I'm still staring at him. I didn't even look over in that direction. I'm just staring at him while leaning on my blind stick.
you can see the visual confusion that he's having as he's attempting to interact with a midget. He has to crane his neck down. He's just like,
Something that is hard for a superhuman to do because their neck is like 90% muscle.
yeah, he's like, Gerard will take you to leader. Remus? Remus will love team. Or kill team. Whichever comes first.
Now, from what I've been able to gather, you control that entity over there that sounds like a thundering tank named Krampus.
Krampus is useful.
By... Yes, but the way you control him is by manipulating him for Christmas?
Krampus has fixation with Christmas. Gerard not know quite what that is. Gerard just knows if Gerard says Krampus, a car not on nice list. Krampus proceeds to assuming you rip the car in half.
Wait, Krampus hears this, looks at the car he was using. Traitor.
Krampus then, Krampus, I'm assuming, proceeds to squish the car in his hands.
He squishes it and throws it against the other car.
As the car moves and Egg has to sidestep.
Actually, what is it? Ooh, is this an explosive? Yes, let's throw it at that.
That's a nuke.
Oh,
Let's
God.
throw it at that.
Let's not.
Roll me a 1d100, will you?
1d100? Alright.
Oh, shit.
And here's the end of the campaign, everybody.
Oh, God.
Please.
The literal compressed car slams into the giant nuke in the middle of the area and sinks into it as radiation starts leaking out of it.
Chester looks at this and he just kind of stands up as he looks over at Krampus. He's like, "You idiot! You doomed us!"
Krampus is proud of what he has accomplished.
So,
Winchester's running over, checking on it to make sure it ain't gonna explode.
So far, it's not. It's definitely leaking, though, which is probably not good for anyone in the surrounding area who's not immune to radiation, which is 90% of your party. Yeah,
You know what's funny? The radiation is supposed to be the most dangerous thing in this game. Most of us are immune to it.
Yeah, good third of your party is immune to it. Anyways, he looks at it, and he's like, Krampus doesn't like things not on nice list. Krampus was small super mutant, and now he's... What was the word you used? Truck? Tank?
he's a tank.
Now he's tank.
Good.
Buildings mean nothing to him.
Great. So, question. Who is your leader and what party do you work for?
He, stands up and slams his hand into his chest, which makes a very loud sound, which Krampus then follows out of pure instinct more than anything else. And he's like, "My leader is Remus. He is the great super mutant. He will save us from damnation."
Santa Claus?
Just sighs. Yes, Remus is Santa. Santa saves.
Must find him immediately.
You've met
So,
Gerard doesn't like dealing with Krampus. No one likes dealing with Krampus.
Krampus likes dealing with Krampus.
I think Krampus is a very nice little boy. He is probably on the top of Santa's nice list.
He vigorously nods his head.
Would Ace have caught on to what she's trying to do by now? I feel like he would have. This seems very familiar to how we met.
Guys, I just realized something horrifying though.
Yes.
I've lost where Jap Taxi is.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh
Jap.
God, you're right.
Jap, where? Oh, he left. Jap. It's over there.
Jap is not immune to radiation.
Yeah, that's fair.
Jap looks up.
The dead body of Jimmy the Heavy is right here, being now soaked in radiation and, well, it's squished
No one's
mostly.
getting that bounty now.
He's
do
kind of
we
like a
gotta return
pancake.
So do we gotta return him or a PR, some form of him?
You gotta have some form of identification from him.
Just
If
take
we
his head.
skin his face,
Well-
can we?
Well,
Oh.
okay, so does Winchester Winchester checks on the nuke to make sure it ain't going to explode. It just seems to be leaking radiation, so that's okay, because, you know, to his concept, radiation does jack shit, so you don't gotta worry about that. So,
By the way, Jab, if you look inside of quests, there's the a revolution, if you want to do that, just so you're aware. That is in this area.
so yeah, so Winchester grabs a hold of Jimmy the Heavy's body, and he's just carrying it in his mouth as he goes to meet up with everybody, and then sees some new people.
Ace, you just see a death claw walking away from the radiation-soaked area with a dead body in its jaws. One you note is the bounty of Jimmy the Heavy. It's about as thin as a pancake right now. You're pretty sure every internal organ that it had is now leaking out of its foot.
My hand is slowly going to my gun,
He walks
and I
over.
am not breaking eye contact.
He gently puts down the body as he looks at the little girl.
Mhm.
Hello, little one. How are you today?
I am fine. I am having a very nice conversation with these two gentlemen. One of them gentlemen being the the best person on the nice list for Christmas.
Is it okay to stand here?
Where?
Jap's safe here.
Oh, that would be you, my dear Krampus.
Are you talking about the big buffed out mutant that literally threw a giant car at a freaking nuke that could have easily exploded and killed us all?
He threw a car at a nuke!
Yes!
You should state
Yes,
that
I know. I
he
should
crumpled
stop doing
it
that.
like a paper. He didn't just throw a car at it.
Ace,
He
time
crumpled
out.
it into a paper ball. And then threw
Ace,
it.
What I've been saying for the past 10 minutes.
We need to go. We are not immune to radiation. Hey Krampus, do you want to be the best boy in the entire world and make yourself be Santa's right-hand man?
Santa wants me.
Santa wants you to be his right-hand man, but only if you can get Ace and I out of here before the radiation comes, and you have about 10 seconds.
Remus,
And what?
Remus would appreciate your presence.
And
What's
we
10
can-
seconds?
1, 2.
By the time I get to 1, we need to be across town.
That is a
10.
Number
pretty good time,
1.
actually, my boy. Do not worry, little one. I can deal with this.
Basically,
Oh,
we need to leave
God.
right now, Krampus, or else Santa will put you on the naughty list if you don't get us across town.
Picks up everyone and runs.
If you don't join Jap gonna leave you all behind.
Krampus,
You just hear Ace, like, as he's being picked up, just incoherently screaming and cursing.
You're being not only picked up, but you're being pressed against a Deathclaw's chest frame next to a tiny girl as he's running like a speeding bullet. This man is running so hard, his feet are leaving footprints in the concrete. And cars. And anything in his path.
So, Egg, if you're doing that, the Deathclaw looks at you, and you literally hear it say, "Would you mind not speaking such profanities within the presence of a child?"
did you just call me a child?
Oh, you fucked up, man.
He looks over at the child. Is that not what you are? You're so small, smaller than the ladies.
You just... Did you really just...
Sasuke, it's okay. Don't do it. I know what you're going to do. Don't do it.
that bad to call you a little girl when you?
Oh, you done it now, Ace.
Oh,
You fucking done it now.
why are death claws so stupid?
I'll have you know, I am the most intelligent Deathclaw that has ever lived because I can actually speak.
Brain hurts.
Sir.
I love how Yuki's character just glossing over the fact that he said it's a Deathclaw.
Yeah.
I will have you know, I am one of the most intelligent people I have ever come across, let alone I am no little girl, because I am pretty sure I am way more mature than anybody here, and if you call me a little girl again, you will not live to see the next day, and I can promise you nobody will find your body.
Wait. You said you are intelligent too, yes? Does that mean
Well,
that you are
duh.
also
Kind of. I'm a doctor.
My dear, I need to speak with you within my cave post haste. We have so much we need to talk about. I have a very serious condition
I'm
that I need
still
to have
angry with you at the fact you called me a little girl. Don't go judging people by their appearance.
You guys
then
never really
listen, I
slowed down, by the way, because Krampus didn't really know when to slow down. So basically, he's
Oh,
just
shit.
running, and the Gerard is just kind of pointing him in a direction. So y'all just now going all the way.
Oh, fuck.
Gerard's
Oh,
just kind of
no.
keeping pace with you, and the robot is just kind of, well, she's in a car.
Actually, I think we may have passed the city we were supposed to be going to. Big fella, okay, could you please stop?
Must keep going. Santa will be happy.
Yeah. Santa's that town. He points to the town over in the distance. That town. Santa's there.
Zoom.
Gerard, why are you lying to Krampus about where Santa is?
I'm not lying. He said that Santa is Remus's Santa. Therefore, Santa will be there.
But
Remus isn't Santa because that's not Santa's name. Why are you trying to lie to this poor Krampus who just wants to meet the real Santa?
Why would you lie to Krampus and say that Santa is even real in the first place?
What's that Santa?
Stops in his
I
tracks.
immediately grab
Stops in his
the dead
tracks.
claws. I grab Ron's mouth and close it and hold it with all my strength while I'm talking to Krampus.
Which is very little.
Krampus
Oh, it's
stops
not gonna-
immediately in his tracks.
My dear, you do realize that
Shut your face right now.
How
He
can I do
drops
that? I can
everybody.
talk with my lips.
I have the situation under control. Stay silent for
But
30
it's
minutes.
hard for me to stay silent when my thoughts are literally translated by this machine around my neck.
I lightly bonk his head with my stick.
Can
did not-
somebody tell Jap something?
Yes, Jep?
What the heck is a Christmas?
Christmas is the most wonderful time of year, and I will explain it later. Now, Krampus, Gerard over there, he's lying, and you know what lying means? Lying means you automatically end up on the naughty list, and he's lying about who Santa is, which is even worse.
Gerard is on the nice list. Clearly, you've known Gerard for a while, Krampus. You know. Super mutants cannot go on the naughty list.
What's a super?
But you
It's
see,
obviously
there's
a lie. 'Cause the common conception of Santa Claus is that he lives at the North Pole, way to the north.
Ace?
At least
no, you see, he's not.
Take care of
interested
whatever's talking right now, because I can't tell what the fuck it is.
He's
Listen,
currently
there's a
not.
lot of big things
it is
around.
not
I can't do
related
anything.
to using such language.
What was that, Zero?
Oh God,
He's
please.
currently not interested in what lying is. He's looking at
Come in.
Winchester, and he's looking at Winchester. Walks up to him and says, "Christmas is real. You lie.
Oh no.
Okay, Mr. Krampus. Oh,
Liars
wait.
go on the naughty list."
Well,
Hey.
shit, this backfired.
Hey.
I
Turn to
told you
Winchester.
fucking-
Wait, hold
I
on.
Yeah,
told
What was
you to
that,
shut
Jeff?
up, Winchester.
What was that, Jeff?
What was that, Jep?
He hasn't introduced himself to Krampus.
He has not.
Jerks. As you
Alright,
say this,
so-
Krampus, you just feel like a finger rapidly tapping your shoulder. Hey, 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 hey.
He turns.
Has been for like 20
Knock, knock.
minutes.
He looks at you, and when you say knock knock, he knocks on your head. Knock knock.
No. Knock, knock.
Krampus, you're supposed to say who's there.
He say knock knock.
Knock,
You
knock.
say who's there.
Who there?
Jap.
Jap.
Yep.
Nice to meet you.
Jap Acme. Nice to meet you too. What's your name again?
Krampus.
What's a Krampus? Is that a food?
Actually, Krampus is actually the anti version of Santa Claus, the one who takes away.
Oh,
the
God.
when we have empty.
What?
Don't you know this, Krampus, sir?
The
Yes,
big
Krampus
man
actually
is
the
practically
reverse
towering over you at this point. He's about the same size, but the force of his stare is like sinking into your soul as you tell him he's anti-Santa.
I just look at Winchester and say, "Hey, Scaly, can you put us down before you get your ass handed to you?"
So you see, Winchester is in teacher mode, so he doesn't really notice until he looks at Krampus, and then he's like, "Well, you see, it's just
Slowly puts you guys down and starts curling up.
Krampus not anti-Santa.
Krampus doesn't like the origin of his name. We just call him Krampus, the Santa helper. This calms him down.
Well, I mean, if he wanted to be called anything relating to Christmas, they should have called him Nicholas.
Nicholas.
No.
Nicholas is the name of Santa. So that means that the fact that the Santa that's claiming to be your Santa at your home base and his name isn't Nicholas means that he's obviously not Santa. Everyone knows that Nicholas is the name of Santa.
There's also Kris Kringle. His name is also Chris. Well, granted,
That's
that
his
is
nickname.
Well, no. That's actually his elf name.
He turns to his buddy.
Santa has many names.
He nods his head.
Although I have never, in all of my years of studying Christmas, ever heard him be called by Remus.
Ah, yes, but you have not met Remus, the protector of our kind, the savior of
The
super mutants.
non-Santa.
The man you claim to not be Santa, whom Krampus may murder if he is not.
He is not Santa. Therefore,
Right,
you said it
Remus
yourself.
is on nice list.
so you said it yourself, Gerard, that Remus is not Santa and has been therefore lying and misleading Krampus, therefore putting him on the naughty list.
Gerard has simply been making statements that are similar to yours. You claim that Remus is not Santa. But as
Discover truth. Be on our way as he begins to walk through.
Speaking of the things as well. Okay, hang on. The actual stuttering is actually affecting me. One moment.
All good, mate.
Actually talking. That is that everyone else is talking to. That's talking about Remus and
the
everything.
big ass super mutant with a machine gun.
Okay. Excuse me, Mr. Super Mutant Remus, or whatever you go by. I hope you
Gerard.
talk so well. I thought that super mutants couldn't talk very well.
We don't. We typically do not talk. I talk for most super mutants. By
Like
the
me.
way, don't hurt super mutants. They hurt back.
I don't hurt any super mutants. Look at you! You're big cakes!
Are you trying to hit on him?
No! Do you not see him?
It looks
Hit him.
over at Ace.
No one hits Super Mutant.
It looks over at Ace and Jap. Tiny flesh bodies. Big gun.
What?
Machine Man, Christmas Elf.
He doesn't look like an elf to me.
Yes, aren't elves
Point.
supposed to be really, really small, like the little girl here? I mean,
Yeah, elves are supposed to be my size.
Yes, yes.
As I turn around and whack Winchester with my stick for calling me a little girl.
Okay, so he doesn't actually feel it because I'm pretty sure you wouldn't have the strength required to actually hurt him.
You'd be surprised.
Should I roll for it?
You're welcome to. She doesn't have the strength to get through you, but her stick does damage. I actually don't know. You would go into the third one actually.
What was that, Jap?
Oh, is it not that one?
No, it's the weapon.
Oh yeah, it's down here.
It's the one that says
Yeah,
combat.
Jap is very lost.
So is
38.
Krampus.
I don't think that goes through his AC actually.
Where is my AC? I don't
It's
don't
on the
remember
third
where
sheet.
anything is.
Boop. You have 38. Oh wow, that ties.
Wow, it meets. Well, you know what the fun fact is? Meets it beats it.
Yeah, alright. It does very little damage to you because of your ridiculous quantity of, actually no, is that you? Do you have, you do, you have a ridiculous quantity of AC. So it does very little damage to you, but you feel it. You feel her stick hurting you. Slightly.
He looks down and he's confused.
I'm not facing him. I'm still facing Krampus with a smile on my face, and still talking about how elves are supposed to be my size and just like me.
Love a jet taxi is so confused.
I think Jap and I, under our masks, both have the same expression.
Look, Jab doesn't
different
know
reasons.
what Christmas is at all. He doesn't know what holidays are at all. He's confused by all of you currently in the conversation of Santa, Krampus, elves. What the heck is an elf?
I am an elf.
No, you're a little girl.
This immediately gets his,
My
this
pointy
immediately
ears
gets his attention.
dictate. My pointy ears dictate that I am an elf, good sir. If I were a little girl, I'd have tiny round ears, and I wouldn't be talking.
Winchester stops looking at his leg after you hurt him there somehow with your little stick. He gets down real close and he looks at your ears and he's like, "How did that happen, actually?"
Yeah,
I don't
very
have little
confused.
ears. Have you not seen my character sheet? My character
Yep.
has very large,
What?
pointed
No,
ears.
no, look. This is actually the first time he's actually got a good look at it because, mind you, he is super tall compared to you, so he only saw a little girl in his peripheral.
Mm.
So he got down and looked real close, and now he sees it. You feel something very, very big breathing on you now.
If you don't back up, I'll hit you with my stick. Thank you.
The death claw yeeps and jumps away.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
What is with you here? That's abnormal.
I
think you-
am an elf.
No,
Why? How are you an elf? That is the question I want to ask the most. How did you come by those ears? Is it a genetic mutation?
All elves have these ears, which means I was born from
But, my
the
dear-
Christmas magic.
But
And
my
if you
dear-
don't agree with it right now, somebody will be injured and be needing a real doctor.
Jap's a real doctor.
But here's the thing, though. I
Ace
have
just
to-
turns to look at Jap.
What?
I have to say this though, because it's of the utmost importance. Elves do not exist.
That's what you think.
What?
Brain
What's going on?
hurts.
Krampus, come with me real quick.
He
And-
follows.
Krampus, I think they may be a little bit crazy. I wouldn't trust any of their words, frankly. And overall, what is Christmas? Can you explain that to Jack?
Okay,
I'm
that's
afraid
it.
of the small one.
Friend Jap. Christmas is a magical time where everyone gives each other gifts out of the goodness of their hearts. It is a time to be spent with friends and family. It mostly happens around the colder times.
What the reindeer said.
Okay, but what is Christmas to you?
A
Sorry.
time for giving and cleansing the world from naughty people.
Oh my god.
But what day is it today to you?
Looks up at the sky. Don't know.
Is it cold?
Cold.
Yeah.
I mean, considering that I am technically part lizard and actually cold-blooded,
You
I
stop.
should be able to feel the cold.
Yeah, you
What
guys.
if you know your body's shivering, you feel the winds at your back, that kind of stuff.
He kind of like turns his head in confusion. Granted that he's wearing nothing but a shirt. Oh, well, no shirt. No, he does not wearing a shirt.
He's wearing nothing but a shirt.
And he is
Yeah,
legit.
I
I
kinda
don't think
fucked up my
Krampus
own-
has ever felt cold in his life.
Yeah, he just looks at you confused, Jeb.
Well, it's not cold if that's what you're confused about. So that means it's not Christmas yet, right?
It's not snowing. Yes.
Then why worry about killing the naughty right now?
Less people to go to.
Okay,
But yes,
But-
but Krampus, don't you understand that there's a chance that they could actually be put back onto the nice list once they're on the naughty list?
Santa says no such thing as redemption.
But that's the whole point of Christmas time, though.
I'm just confused what Christmas is entirely.
Santa says otherwise.
Oh, can you
Here's an idea, Mr. Krampus. Take us to this Santa, and I shall judge for myself if he is the actual Santa or not.
He nods his head and begins to walk in the direction.
Jesus. After a
More than
long
friends.
while, you guys eventually get up to this town, which, by every single map that you have, including Ace's, it says with very large icons, "Don't go here." Ever.
Well, we're
And he
going.
goes
Let's
in.
go.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Sasuke.
Hey, I wanted to investigate this area at some point. What are you saying thank you for?
And then here we got Krampus coming back with a really good bounty, considering a death claw is coming with him.
Yeah, so they walk in, and at first, some of the super mutants are very confused. And then Krampus walks in, and then they start sighing. Every single one of them starts sighing. A couple of them actually go inside the houses, which are probably about their size. And a couple of them
Yeah,
just ignore you
I would
entirely.
say that they would be.
Hmm?
I would say that they would be their sizes, yes, because it is
Yeah, Deathclaw
Super
encampment.
mutant
Yeah,
village.
super mutant encampment. The Gerard kind of walks up, and one of the super mutants who looks to be carrying a lot of bags, and also has a shop step. He's like, "Oh, Jared, my good sir, how are you today? I see you've brought a very fine fellows with you. Ah, it's a good day to be alive, folks."
So the Deathclaw walks up in front of him, sits down, puts up his paw, and kind of and tries and what from his perspective it looks like it's waving at him, which is actually what he's doing.
Yeah.
Hello, good sir. How are you on this fine morning?
The super mutant, who's slightly smaller than everybody else, holds out his hand with a fervor. He holds out his hand and he's like, "My name is Jeremy." Probably what you humans would call me.
Fucking Jap just climbs up him.
Hi.
Hello.
Knock, knock.
Wording about him. He is a
Good.
he is a friend of mine.
Shh. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Jab.
Japu.
Jab taxi. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, Jeremy.
Pleasure make yours too. He like slaps his hand onto you and starts shaking vigorously, which actually does send you into the air for a short period before putting down. I am the merchant of this town. I'm the only one who goes anywhere and almost gets shot on a daily basis. But my wares are complete and my name is happy.
I like you. You remind Jappa Jap.
Winchester just kind of walks up to him and looks at him. Not to worry, my friend. I understand that feeling all too well.
Jared just kind of gestures the rest of you and don't worry about Jeremy. Jeremy, problem side. Keep going through town. Don't get shot. Don't cause trouble. Remus at end. Oh, Gerard, my good sir, you've come with such fine fellows. Hopefully you all don't get shot within 3 minutes of walking in here. Be sure to let Remus know of your travels before they kill you. Ah, it's good to see fresh meat. I mean fresh fellows.
Christmas spirit.
So you're saying we head down this road, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
You may notice that the eyes of very many super mutants are on you, and several guns are trained on you. There's a laser rifle all the way over there. There's a couple machine guns set up. There's a dude with a giant, you would call it a baseball bat, but it's about 4 times the size of one, made entirely out of metal, probably from a car, and has a lot of nails shoved through it. They're all watching you.
Oh, good day to you, and good day to you too.
I start walking straight because I feel like that's the direction they pointed. So I keep walking straight with the purpose of all Lalafels.
I'm subtly guiding her in the direction we're supposed to be going.
Rogue
You just
and the
gently
robot
tap
are
the
staying
side
outside.
of whichever way I need to turn slightly.
Pretty much.
Remus follows you all at a very close distance. Probably because he's one of the only things stopping you from being shot right now.
I have all the confidence in the world right now.
Everyone except for the blind person can very easily see Remus. He's about 4 times the size of any one of these buildings. And he's sitting. He puts the city to shame with his size for the most part.
Okay, so somehow Winchester actually didn't see this until he sees his foot. And he looks up.
And
then Winchester just starts
in a very deep voice, he bellows out to you. Imagine this is about way deeper and the ground is vibrating as he speaks.
Yes, he
Hello.
tries to walk away at least.
Wait, is there an earthquake? Wait, what happened?
Oh yeah, as you're walking, you can hear his voice through your feet.
Is there a tank coming?
Something like that.
Ah,
Keep walking, keep your mouth shut, and leave the gambling with our lives to me next time.
Hey, we didn't lose them.
Hey,
I count that as a win.
hey Jap, you want to introduce yourself to your newest friend? Who's so big his pinky is the size of you? Well, his pinky is the size of your entire forearm.
Where?
Big boy up top. Yeah. You literally cannot miss him. Unless you're blind.
He's right on his face.
You just all just see where Jap just sprint and just start climbing the man.
It's fucking
Why, hello there.
Hi.
You
Knock,
are...
knock.
Who's there?
Jap.
Jap who?
Jap Taxi. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Jap Taxi. Very nice to meet you. The ground is shaking under you as he's talking. His very voice echoes from the
I'm on the ground.
mountains. Huh?
so basically Sin.
On him.
Yeah, your entire body is vibrating with his voice.
So basically Sin, the Colossal Titan. Got it.
Yeah, he's massive. He is terrifyingly massive. From the size of him, actually, none of you know lore, do you?
I know lore.
Oh, you know lore? Okay. Let me look at your lore.
Fallout lore? Oh wait, you mean in game? Never
Yeah,
mind. I don't
in-game.
know that.
Alright. Well, Ace. Actually, yeah.
Excuse me,
No,
I might be
actually,
the only one who would know
you probably would
in-game
be.
lore based on my readings.
Yeah, that is very true. Give
I'm very
me...
lucky to know how to read. I don't.
Yeah, give me a lore plus 30. Because your
A
lore is
lore
kind of low.
plus 30?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have a fairly
Let's
good
see.
chance to know roughly how old this guy is. Because he's
So-
really old.
Modifier plus 30?
Yep, just don't put in the plus, just put in 30. Wow, you still managed to fail it.
Oh. I was real close to beating it, though.
You were very close to being it. Yeah. Anyway, so you can't tell how old he is because you can't see him. You vaguely know his size from his voice, and it seems like he's really stupidly old. But he seems pleasant as he looks at the group. Ah, Krampus, I see you've come back. Has your journey to the Christmas lands proven fruitful?
Confusion arise. People say you're not Santa.
Ah, that's because, dear child, Santa long ago was someone I knew, and he gave me the role of Santa for a very long time, but then I gave it back to him. And so now he travels along the skies every year.
Must find him then.
It will be very difficult to find him, I'm sure, but I'm sure you can do it, young one. He very, very gently grabs Jap Taxi and just kind of puts him on the ground. I see you come with friends. I did not realize you could make them, but congratulations.
Elf, reindeer. Looks at Ace. Little man.
You see a very heavy look of annoyance on his face, but he's not one to argue with the giant super mutant horde.
Ah, elf, you say? He must have a remarkably good eyesight because he's staring right at the thing that's 2 feet tall. Who might you be?
My name is Saska Shamahala.
He moves his hand down very gently in between the 2 giant people. As it hits the ground, it has a slight tremor around him just from the size and weight of his hand. Come on, young one, so I may speak to you clearer.
I try to feel for what he wants me to walk on with my stick.
Can I just throw her at him?
Oh shit. My ace.
Let Krampus help you. He just chucks him at you.
You land on what you assume is his chest frame, till you feel his nail.
Oh goodness. Okay.
You very slowly climb onto his hand as he lifts you up. The very air pressure is forcing you to crouch slightly before he moves you up next to his face.
I am literally the size of his fingernail.
You really are.
Probably
You are
smaller.
tiny. He is massive. He's just staring at you now. Even through your blindness, you can feel the weight of his stare. This man is old. You. Why are you here? My kind need very little from the likes of yours.
Well, Gerard, that's it. Gerard said that we should come pay you a visit. And also, Krampus may or may not have accidentally hit a nuke and it was leaking radiation, so I asked him to take us out of town, and he didn't stop before the edge of town. He just kept going.
Well, he kind of gently turns you around, which is remarkably dexterous for his size, which you would be able to see all the super mutants, but you already can't, so you're just kind of pretending you can.
I start nodding as I pretend to like look out and stuff like that. Just start nodding.
Our
Just like
village is small, and those that are here are usually from the eastern side. Those from the west, however, don't join us very often. We're here to survive for the most part. I am one of the last of the bigger ones.
I know. I was just about to say.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think your village is that small. It looks it seems very large.
It is
At least
large for
to me.
most. It would be large for one of your kind. However, for super mutants, this is very small. There's barely enough food to forage. But 'tis no matter. We are all outcasts in our own way. All the super mutants you see here. We are outcasts. We are abandoned by your kind and hunted down nearly to extinction. Very few ever get to my age. Those that do are hunted for sport. Or they land on a landmine. Or many. Like a nuke. Your kind has left many weapons behind for us to trip on.
Well, I do apologize that my kind, she says with like venom in her mouth, but not towards him, just like speaking the words that it's her kind and she doesn't like that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Has done many terrible things, not just to those outside of their own, but even to members within their own ranks.
Do you children know of the rising battle?
She starts gritting her teeth, like she's fighting herself.
Do you do information searches while Egg gambles, or Egg, do you do information searches while gambling?
I probably do some of it, and he does the rest of it.
I pick up what I can from the bar.
Okay, let me roll a d20 for y'all real quick. I'm assuming, Jap, that you don't really look for information too much. Hippity hap Jap?
Jap don't care.
Alright. So
Look, Jap don't care. Jap is just here to say hi.
So the very small information that you gathered so far, which is mostly from bars, taverns, gambling rings, and the people you try to make sure don't die under you before you get the answers out of them, you've mostly gathered that the Enclave and the Brotherhood of Steel are having a pissing fight over territory. Directly to your west.
Okay. I still gritting her teeth. She looks up to him and smile. Well, figurative. Tries to turn to him and smiles and says, I know of the conflict between two clans that are about to go head to head. I know that most people of age, including myself, are trying to stay away from that area so we don't get caught up in the crossfire.
Smart. At least your kind knows when to fight a battle and when not to. Most of the time. There are two people who work inside of those areas that I have dealt with. Not for very long, mind you. They switch hands very often. One of my lifespan does not often see the same one twice. But they all have the same goal in mind. One is to eradicate all those infected with radiation or similar viruses. Purity of the body, they call it. The other is, and I quote, American. He says with like, he attempts to get the southern drawl, but it just comes out like spiteful and low, so the word just kind of rolls over all of you like a literal force of air.
Ace feels strangely targeted.
And they specifically say that if you are not Enclave, you get shot. Because you need to be American. And unfortunately, super mutants cannot join Enclave. Although most of us would shoot rather than join it.
The Enclave are interesting folk. I don't particularly like dealing with them, for they can be very difficult to deal with. Especially when
Tiny?
when you have limitations of your species that most others do not.
You are very short.
I am very small.
Do note,
Huh?
he can't see that you're blind. He legitimately, physically cannot see that you're blind. It's too small.
I know. Yes, I am very short. That is my limitation that they absolutely hate. But I tend to use it to my advantage anyway. And they don't bug with us anymore.
Interesting. By us, I assume the party you've gathered. A very strange one, per se.
Yep, all of us are a very tight-knit group, I would say.
Ah, a family, then. Family is one that I hone to deeply. Bunch of outcasts thrown away by society and left to rot. Or get shot in the process. Well, young one. He slowly begins to put you on the ground. You're fairly certain that if you went at normal speeds, you would literally be dropped in the air. Unless you're holding on. Your time here has been an interesting one. We require an army.
As soon as he puts his hands down, like I'm supposed to walk off of it, I hold my hands up and say, Krampus, can you help me?
He just looks at you.
I make little
what?
grabby hands.
Concern washes over Ace's face as he remembers how he helped you up in big quotation marks.
Since Krampus just talked, I know approximately where he's at. I turned to him and said, Krampus, can you put me on the ground, please, very gently?
He walks over and picks her up, gently sets her on the ground.
Now, Ace, where are you?
I'm over here.
I run to Ace. I run
Remus
back over to
seems
him.
actually slightly entertained by this, which puts off a lot of the super mutants, of which Gerard is acting like a barrier towards still. As he looks at you, he's like, well, young ones, it's very informative. You see, we need an army, because they're both rising up, not only to murder each other, like your kind is very, very habitual to do so. Last 150
I feel targeted.
Last 150 years, your kind has not changed. Maybe one day. They seek to eradicate us, either before or after they eradicate themselves. I wish...
I very much hope that you don't put me in on that thing, though, because I'm actually a Deathclaw. Yes, totally not a human turned Deathclaw or anything, or not, just straight up Deathclaw here.
We've lost many of
Reindeer.
our kind. We've lost many of our kind to yours, sir. He pauses for a second.
You see, oh dear.
He wishes to know your name, by the way. He paused for your name. Sir.
Oh, Winchester, but actually.
Winchester.
But you see,
Rudolph.
Winchester just looked at Krampus for a bit, turns back to the other one. So you see, I am actually a Deathclaw, and I may happen to be intelligent, but I mostly stick to myself, and not counting my present company, of course. I'm only with them because I'm looking for more information about what happened to me. So, yes.
We've lost many of our kind to yours, but unlike the humans, your kind is territorial. We step into your territory, and you fight. We leave your territory alone, and you leave ours.
That is, of course, unless the Deathclaw is more intelligent to actually come in and have a conversation with you, of course.
Yeah.
And it's not willing to rip your throats out, which I am totally not, because I know that even though I am a Deathclaw, I am not very one adverse in fighting. So
Yeah. You see, he like kind of like moves slightly to adjust his posture to sit up slightly. He was hunched over previously. As he stares at you, he's like, I am old. Far older than most beings of which you know. I have lived through this war. I have lived through the pain and suffering of my comrades. I do not wish for another war, but if one is started, it will be finished.
Actually, if you're actually that old, and you're this big, then you might actually be one of the original super mutants that were created.
I've been around since before the bombs dropped. I was experimented on a long, long time ago, the history of which I can scarcely remember. However,
Tell me, after all this time, are you still technically growing?
yes, super mutants never stop.
Aside from, like, he kind of looks over at Krampus. More recent versions of super mutants, of course.
He will continue to grow one day. He is slowed down significantly, but one day he will continue. Super mutant's body is abnormal, to say the least, thanks to your kind. But Krampus here, he's a little bit different from everyone else.
You don't say.
We found him a long time ago, inside of a village. I don't quite remember.
What would you say, actually?
Hmm?
I'm curious. While I do know a little bit about, like, biology and such, Krampus, I've never seen a super mutant of his caliber before.
Nor had we. We found him when he was but a child. Child super mutant is not one we come across, nor do I think it could be possible. Your kind does not experiment with children very often. He stares heavily at the child in your party.
Wait, you mean to tell me that
Sin, bit
child?
bit of Fallout lore. It's the super mutants that make more super mutants.
They're infertile,
because they're
aren't
fertile. Yes, they're infertile, but they kidnap people and put them in vats of FEV so that they can increase their own numbers.
Let me rephrase that then. Super mutants, we do not find super mutant children because we simply make our own, typically. We wish, well, I wish for us to die peacefully in a way. We're not natural, shall you say.
But the problem with that is, though, super mutants don't die of natural causes, though.
We
the only way
get
for them
shots.
to die is to actually be killed.
Yes, we get shots and murdered at the end of your
Like,
days.
you could say you could commit suicide by having, like, a mountain or something fall on you, so to speak.
We wish to die peacefully on our terms, but at the hands of their kind.
By the hands of fate, yes, I can understand
We do not
that.
get that choice. Therefore,
Of course, there's also the problems of that super mutants kind of have a bad rap, as so do Deathclaws, as in the super mutants constantly raid villages and stuff, while Deathclaws, you walk into the wrong area, the Deathclaw will tear you to bits.
those are the brethren I cannot control. Those inside of this town are those who wish to live and prosper by themselves. This is our little nook.
Well, how about this? I can put in a good word for your little village here at the human settlement down over yonder to the south. They have a slight bit of a reputation there, being considering Deathpaw in the human village. They allowed me in. I could tell them to just, not bother with coming over here, or maybe open up a trade route or something to kind of get you a little bit more, understanding between the two races or something.
I would appreciate that, child. But the biggest problem is not in the south, but in the west. The south never come up. They never bother. They never run. They never fight for territory. The ones to the west, however, do. Those in big armor, those who wield the guns of which we use, and those who wield lasers. They fight and fight.
You said the ones with the armor, right? And the lasers.
I believe they call themselves the Brotherhood.
The Easter Bunny.
Yes,
Actually,
the Easter Bunnies to the west.
The Easter Bunny is actually really good friends with Santa Claus. If anything, they might be Jack Frost, actually, because Jack Frost doesn't like that Santa stole his stick.
Child.
See, Jack Frost is winter in its
Krampus doesn't quite understand things. His mind is very small, you could say.
Well, then that just means that there's a lot more room for it to grow, right?
Not for
That's my
Krampus,
intention.
child. Krampus has had a very still mind for a very long time.
Big words hurt.
Oh dear.
You see, super mutants like ours were created either by ourselves or by the humans. But we found him when he was a child. Child super mutants. Very abnormal and very strange. It was next to a vault. We assumed they did experiments there.
A vault? Which vault was it exactly?
Insert
Maybe
vault
there's
name
an
here.
Insert vault number here.
We don't have proper vault names
Well,
here, so we'll figure out a name for it.
Well, you could just say that, he points on the map where it is, and then we can go there and you can decide what it's called when we
Sure. Yeet. Vault
You
name.
just deleted.
Yeah, effectively, it's just like, it was the vault in blah 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 blah. Wah, wah. Yes, Krampus was a difficult one for many of our kind
That's
to
something
deal
I can.
with.
Considering that I am very good with machines and studying, maybe there's something I can dig up there about Krampus's origins.
While you're there, would you do me and my kind a favor?
Of course.
Find a poison to kill us.
I'm not sure if your children or so would agree to the poisoning, of course.
They
It would
all
be all their
follow
decision.
me, and we all have the same goal. To
What
die
about Krampus,
peacefully.
though? It doesn't seem like he wants to die, at least not until he finds Santa Claus. Of
Krampus
course.
may travel with all of you. His spirit is a little much for our kind. He seeks Christmas, of which we do not often celebrate. We do not have many things we find joy in.
Sad Krampus noises.
Every
Oh
super
no,
mutant
Krampus!
every super mutant in this city, aside from Krampus, all wish for one thing and one thing only: to be able to die in peace. Not at the end of a gun.
Anti-Christmas.
Yes. Guns against super mutants are anti-Christmas, unless the super mutants do not originate from this city.
Well, granted, considering the Brotherhood of Steel and the way they're acting towards you, and you're mostly a peaceful people, that is very against the idea of what Christmas stands for, of course, where Christmas stands for friendships.
If a super mutant wishes to join us, they must not attack unless being attacked. But most importantly, they must want to prosper peacefully. I do not tolerate those who start battles here. They swiftly get removed.
Considering you could literally just and squish them with your thumb.
it rumbles through the ground. I would like for you to find anything you can use to let us die a peaceful death.
But of course, if I can find such a thing, I will be sure to bring it back. Post haste, of course.
Now, for your entire team, if you would do me the favor, we need an army, or we need a savior. The other two areas. Sections? No. What is it? Shit. What's the word?
North
Teams.
Pole.
Teams. People.
North
Groups.
Pole.
Factions?
Factions, thank you. I don't know why I blanked on that word. It's like, the other two factions either need to die or to settle. I do not care either way. But maybe you do.
You mean those cutie what's-its and the other ones, right?
No, the Q Crusaders and the Dapper Deviants long since left us alone. They are far too young to know the troubles of the battles. No, I mean the Brotherhood of Steel, the Purists, and the Enclave, the Americans.
Oh,
They
great.
wish to
Not
either
only do we have
start
to
a
deal with
war or to die.
Oh dear, not only do we have to deal with finely dressed gents and pretty pink girls, now we gotta deal with politics as well. Oh, poppycock.
You are welcome to either stop the battle, join us, or watch it. I do not care much either way.
Unfortunately, I am more of a pacifist than anything for a Deathclaw as well. I don't actually like politics from what I can remember of my past life, and, well, I would rather not get into the fight in general, but if I can find this, cure for your, eternal living, I will be sure to bring it over to you.
Good. I would suggest, if you care about those down south, you end the war. They will be in the way. He says this with a very somber look to him, which is odd because he apparently really hates humans. But yeah, he feels somber for those down south. It's very odd.
Spoken as a true gentleman, of course. Not you understand what it takes to truly be human, actually, considering the odds of it.
He scowls at you.
The Deathclaw kind of just backs up against the building. That is, of course, my concept of what it means to be. I misspoke. I actually meant humane. Yes, humane. Totally different from being a human. Humane is more a state of being more than a race.
Humans have done much to deserve my ire, but you have not, child.
Granted, it's humans that are the reason why, from my studies, is the reason why the world is as it is.
He looks at Chap Taxi, and yet some do not quite understand the world.
Well, this has been a very enlightening conversation with you, my good sir, but I think it's about time for us to be moving on to go on to other tasks at hand.
Do you guys have any questions for him? He is obscenely old, so he probably has knowledge.
When you all mass suicide, what happens to your gear?
Ace.
He looks
What?
at you
It's a
with
valid
a
question.
soft chuckle, which for you is like an earthquake. He's like, our gear, once we die peacefully, is up for grabs for anyone who wishes it. If you, child, wish to take our armor, you are more than welcome to it.
Actually, considering the size of your armor, it might be easy once you all, pass peacefully, of course. It would be
Guys, this is morbid.
Think of it as inheritance.
Remus slowly starts to laugh. Like, his laugh starts to bellow out as he looks at the midget. Ah, child, morbid is the way of life around here.
Besides, my dear, they have lived for who knows how long at this point, and I'm pretty sure they would welcome death at this point. They have seen all there is to see at this right by now.
All in my town wish to do so. The ones outside, however, wish death only by a barrel down your mouth. Be
So
careful.
the warrior's
Beware.
death, I take it then. Yes.
They seek revenge for the destructive powers of humankind, to show them what it's like to be on the receiving end of pain. They are not as peaceful as our kind is. Even we stray away from them.
Well, if it has any things to ask this nice gent, we will be moving on then. Yes.
Yeah. Yuki, got any questions for him?
Yeah, I was just thinking.
Is it really?
I don't think I have many questions for him other than
Does Jap Taxi not have anything? I wonder.
I'll be honest. I started watching when y'all were talking. Y'all started getting to things that I didn't really care about, and a video of a man turning a glove into grape juice or grape soda. I've been very distracted.
Oh, I watched that. Nile Red. Nile Red's really good.
Does any of this actually concern Japson?
Very little, unless you want some information about the two places about to go to war with each other, and also this place, or potentially any information about the past. This guy is stupid old. He probably has some information.
I don't care.
Fair enough.
I guess my only question would be, does he know anything like weaknesses or anything like that we could probably exploit in order to divert the two factions from each other and or kill both factions?
Let's see. I do not know much of their wares or their powers or their technology for the most parts. If you wish to go and meet them for the Brotherhood of Steel, simply walk up and talk. Well, bearing in mind that you don't have any obvious diseases on you. You don't take well to the idea of letting things inside. For the Enclave, that's a little bit more of a trouble. A little bit more of a difficulty. Those who are American-born, as they say, have less trouble getting in. But they do not accept much. That is all that I know of those two factions. They're getting bigger, though, and as a fly gets too mad, they get crushed.
Well, thank you for your time and hospitality.
Away now, children. Takes a long time to think.
Yes, let's be awaying.
Rest of Super Mutants again stare at you constantly as you're walking by. They may agree with Remus, but it does not seem like they like you very much, regardless. Except for Jeremy here. Jeremy waves at you with a very kind smile. He seems to be the only nice person in this entire place. Probably for good reason, because everyone else doesn't like humans. Deathclaw walked in there, and no one likes Krampus, apparently. Apparently he's just
So
a
as
member.
we're walking
wonder why.
away, is Krampus following us or is Krampus staying next to Remus?
That's a good question. Zero.
He's just waiting for his next instructions.
Remus.
So if I see that Krampus is standing next to Remus and hasn't started following the group yet, or not that I see, but like I can't hear his footsteps behind us, I'm gonna stop and turn around in the vague direction in which we last left him and shout at him, Krampus, if you're gonna try and find Santa, you have to come with us.
We looking for Santa?
Sasuke,
Yes.
why do you open your big mouth?
We need him. He'll do more damage than any of us can do.
Krampus will accompany elf and human boy.
Squeeze me. I am a pacifist.
Another elf.
You hush.
God.
No, Jap is at the very back of the group, and he looks back at the big guy and lets everyone else walk for a minute.
Mhm.
And he takes off his mask because he remembers that he doesn't understand the world thing.
Remus looks at you, his very tired eyes kind of looking over you. Pain is one that we all share, it seems.
Some really don't understand the world. Oh. Us who control the background are quite entertained by the stupidity of some. I wish you all luck.
I wish you
Just
luck
saying.
too, Wanderer.
Thank you. As Jap puts his mask back on, and he goes back to being goofy and runs off.
A burden not to be held by some. Anyways, as you guys start going, Gerard looks at you guys with kind of look as you guys get all the way out, and he just kind of looks at you, and he's just like, alright, well, Gerard will be leaving now. Krampus, look for Santa.
My life's purpose.
Yes. If you can remove him from here forever, Gerard will be appreciated.
I will return with Santa's glory, and we shall celebrate Christmas together.
Right.
That's so sweet.
Oh, hang on. I just had a
Sasuke, stop encouraging him.
So
I'm not doing anything.
I just had a real fucked up idea about for Zero's character's backstory now.
Oh dear.
So I'm gonna throw that at you later on, and I want to see what your take on it would be.
Alright, we're going to have very depressing things in the future, it seems. So let me move you guys back out to the world map here. Alright, cool. So you guys now have a semi-new mission. You guys have became friends with, although you didn't technically align yourselves with the super mutants. So you become friends with the super mutants now, and they've requested you
Best
to...
way to do the factions and these things. You don't actually join them. You just become friends with them, so you still get the benefits without having to actually, like, you know, swear your fealty to them. So when you're seen with the other factions, they're like, yo, what the fuck?
Yep. So you guys have become friends with super mutants. You are sent more or less on a mission to either make peace or murder the other two factions before or after
I'm
the
all
war.
about murdering.
You guys also have a mission to get the ability to murder all of the super mutants at some point here soon. I'm going to go ahead and say that right here is where the vault is, because I can. And you guys also need to get what was your other missions? Your other missions was you guys can go and visit the Dapper Deviants. Oh, my connection was interrupted. Hello?
Yeah, same. I think Roll20 just died.
Oh, well.
Possibly.
Well, it's a
So
good
that
thing we're
wasn't
stuck.
just on my end?
No,
that
we all
was-
died.
I think that might have been on everybody's end.
So you guys
Cool.
can go and find the Dapper Deviants. Get some scrap metal from Bob, which I think Ron has. You guys can join the Crusaders or meet them again. You guys can turn in Jimmy the Heavy at some point. You guys need a couple of food bits, which I don't quite remember what they all
Okay.
were. Oh, right. Radroach, Bloodbug, Mirrorlurk, Mole Rat, and Giant Ant.
Mirelurk.
Mirrorlurk.
You uncultured
Mirror.
swine.
And I think that's all of you guys' missions. You guys can also go down to Coalfield later, which has the horrifying diseases which no one ever visits that town because of. Ever.
Okay.
Also,
Winchester.
yes, friend Jack.
I need to go to this place as he points to the Dapper Deviant. Do you mind if I catch a
cannot see
ride?
it because my entire screen went black.
Yeah.
So
Well, dead.
It's Jack just pointing at a map to you in the game. He's not actually pointing anything
All right,
out.
all right.
Yeah.
I'm not like clicking on any crap. So
Yep.
you're-
Yeah, I understand.
I need to go to the people called the Daffod. I'm scheduled for the monthly appointment of Jap.
Well, if you need to go, then by all means go. I want to go check out that vault. To sort of.
The vault is on the way.
Well, Winchester hasn't looked at the map, so he doesn't know.
Oh.
You mean this one? As he climbs up you, gets like on top of your head and like pulls the map over and points to the directions.
Yes, that seems about right. Oh, so it's just on the way.
Yep.
If you don't mind us stopping by it on the way there, then I would by all means like to head with you there. Then.
Jap don't care.
How do the rest of you
Okay.
feel about this?
Ace?
You and I both know I'm not the one in charge here.
I know. I just wanted your input.
So you can ignore it like you always do?
No. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that.
Oh, this
Uh-huh.
also gives me. This also reminds me. So, Winchester walks over to you two.
Mm.
You know those two, the little
Yeah.
girl and the yeah.
I'm
I
going
don't
to hit you with my stick again.
I'm sorry, I don't remember your guys' names. Okay. I don't think I don't
yeah.
think Winchester actually completely asked. So he bends down to the little one. I'm sorry, I don't think I actually got your full name though.
I literally just told
Oh, yeah.
the super mutant
Yeah,
my entire name.
There was a giant super mutant there. I was basically cowering in fear. I didn't exactly hear it. Please forgive me.
It's Saska Shamahala.
Well, Sasuke. To make things a little bit more easier for us to travel, how's about you ride up on my back?
Shamalama Ding Hong.
Prince Shapalapapapa Ding Dong would like
That's
the milk.
Yes, Shakala Shamalama.
You can just call me Sokka.
Oh, okay. Sokka.
Alright, Thok.
So Winchester reaches
Oh,
over.
you want to see a magic trick?
Yeah.
Wait, you're blind. That was unintentional.
Well, Winchester reaches over, grabs her by the scuff of her, shirt, like, like on the.
I have a giant ass backpack on my back.
Okay,
You know
then
this, right?
he grabs a hold of the backpack and he lifts you up into the air.
Question.
Surprisingly, it's quite heavy.
Yeah. How much? How much are you carrying currently?
Oh, he's nowhere even close to his limit.
Oh, he's not, because like I might put him real close.
Nah, he's
I
like,
highly doubt that. My guy is literally built to be
yeah, you're carrying with her on your back around 300 pounds out of your 500, I think.
Huh.
She's about a third of your entire weight.
You also
She's
notice
got
that
a lot
on
of
the
drugs.
I got a lot of drugs. You also have to understand that on the bottom of my backpack there's wheels. So when I'm walking around, my backpack is literally dragging on the floor, but the wheels make it so it just moves with me.
But
Best.
he wouldn't need that because he can kind of carry you with it. So he grabs you by the backpack, picks you up, and puts you on the saddle on his back.
Mhm.
Yeah, this should make our travel just a tiniest bit more faster.
I'm gonna take off my backpack and leave it there. And
Let Ace carry
Chester
it.
to Ace.
Ace- no, I'm just gonna be like, Ace, where are you?
I'm here.
I look in that general direction and jump.
Oh.
I don't have
I'm
my backpack
tempted
on,
to
so I'm
not-
light.
I
That's
see.
why I'm tempted to not catch you. Because I know you won't actually hurt yourself. I catch her. I attempt to catch her anyway.
Wait, why did she jump off? It would have been easier for her to just ride on Winchester's back.
Yeah, she likes Ace though. Now Ace
Okay,
gets to
then.
carry her, unless he wants to be on your back.
I mean, okay, so he can carry. Ace can carry her.
I don't
and
trust the talking Deathclaw or anyone else in this group. I'm
have
not
a
leaving
solution
what is
to all of
basically
this.
my little sister alone with you fuckers for a second.
I
was
have
that,
a
Jeb?
solution for all of this.
Hmm.
So I'm currently just on top of Winchester.
Mhm.
Where's Krampus?
I think he's just
Walking
walking next
behind.
to you. Yeah.
I jump on
He's just walking
Krampus's
behind.
shoulders.
He just looks,
You're like a
and
teddy
then
bear.
just keeps walking.
I am the one who sits on the Krampus.
God. Okay. So you guys are now on your way, I'm assuming, down to this vault over here somewhere. So you guys are on your way to do that, and then other stuff like that. So if you guys like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, do all the other fun stuff. Feel free to go check out our Twitch as well, which is where we're going to be doing most of our other videos, namely our visual novel streams, as well as our normal game streams, and continue to watch here next week, Tuesday, for us to be playing some Jump Chain. Oh, and be prepared for a bunch of Jump Chain, by the way. There's going to be a lot of Jump Chain next week. We have to pump out like 150 videos just to make it so that we're on the right video. Anyways, we're going to die. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Check out other channels named Plebeian Productions, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. Auf Wiedersehen.
Bye.
Bye bye.